When you look at this Browns roster, what are some areas of need that you think might be a little under the radar for it?
I'm looking right at the middle of the offensive line. I'm looking at guard right now. And I know Browns fans kind of don't want to hear this, but, Joel Bitonio is 32 years old. Wyatt Teller is on the verge of 30. So I know they've been obviously pillars in the middle of the offensive line. They were especially important this year with all the injuries that happened around them at tackle throughout the season. But I think you also have to start considering the future and understanding that you may need to kind of find the heirs to one or both of those guys. I don't know if you would do it in the second round of this draft, but I think you always got to be thinking offensive line. You got to be thinking probably 2 years ahead. They've obviously drafted some tackles in the past few years. They drafted James Hudson in 2021, DeJuan Jones last year, and he certainly looks like he could be a high-end starter with Pro Bowl potential. They really haven't addressed the guard position really in this draft, so that's one I would personally look at because I always say you can never have too many offensive linemen, and it's never too early to start, looking towards the future of the position. And you always want to continue to find younger options, especially considering, again, with the cap bill that's always due with Deshaun Watson's big contract, no matter how many years you kind of restructure and kick it down the road, eventually that bill comes due. So you want to have cheaper options available for the eventuality that you'll have to move on one day from Joel Bitonio and Wyatt Teller.
Yeah, you have a lot of money tied up in that offensive line, Conklin and Wills. Now you picked up the fifth-year option you mentioned. And Posick, you signed Posick to a free agent's deal last year. So a lot of money tied up in the offensive line. They have to find a way to get a little bit younger.